Is it, do we have a rightness paper?
No, it's right.
All right.
Okay, now, there's quite a big difference between rightness and righteousness. Rightness is when you're aware of what you believe and you can take a position, but you don't need to make the other person wrong in order for you to be right. You can just simply hold that position because it's what you know to be correct for you. Righteousness is a different kettle of fish altogether, because in righteousness there's nearly always a thing about I'm right and that makes you wrong if you're taking a different perspective. And you can probably think of all sorts of examples, but I've got a classic one. At one stage I organised a community meeting, and the title of the discussion was Understanding Muslims. And we thought that this would really be interesting for the community and an opportunity to chat and find out things that we didn't know previously. The only problem was that our scheduled meeting place was in a church. Now, it never occurred to me that that would cause a problem, but there were certain members of the church who felt very strongly that this was not the place to be talking about Muslims in a Christian church. And they actually mobilized a number of people to come and give an opposing viewpoint. And during that discussion, there was very little discussion because people were coming from their own paradigms and their own positions and their own righteousness on either side. And so that the whole thing was a good example of righteousness in action.
I have a recent example of rightness. I was in my rightness and getting righteous, and I didn't even realise it. It was to do with the water restrictions, and I like to wash my car with a hose, not with a bucket, and I really believe that I can do it more efficiently with the hose than with the bucket. However, I also heard many people ringing into the radio station with the same sort of comments, and some of them had actually gone to the extremes of measuring how much water was in the bucket and providing some proof that they were right. And I thought to myself, these people are in their rightness, they're getting all righteous about this, and that's exactly what I was doing. It wasn't until I heard them that I recognised what I was doing myself, and I was just making myself frustrated and feeling that I was hitting my head against a brick wall, getting nowhere. Once I recognised that I was in my rightness, I was able to let the issue go. Just like that.
Rightness and righteousness. I used to tell my younger brothers what to do. Hell, they even used to ask for my advice. We're almost talking again now. Here, take my advice. I'm not using it.